And reigns from Akron, Ohio, the red line of the auction business, Conky's Flippin' Adventures. Conky. Oh, man.
Hey.
All right, this man needs no introduction, but they're paying me to do this, so the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. What the Hales, Jeremy!
Dun, dun. I'm here! Look at that. It's real. It's not just the word.
And from out west, Sandusky, Lorain, Ohio, some people call him Guapo with a capital G.
Where is Guapo?
Guapo's gonna be late as usual. This
is Guapo's intro music, but he never intros when his music starts to play because he's always late as usual every single day.
That was a freestyle there. Holy smoke. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello. How you doing today? It's a very special day because I'm calling the police on Jeremy.
Who isn't?
Why not?
Who isn't? We'll talk about that in a minute, but someone said it's your birthday?
Who said that?
A wise gentleman with great hair.
That's right. I did say it was.
Conky?
As soon as I said great hair, you knew who it was.
Look at all this hair, guys.
It's that hair, man. It's that hair I wish I had.
If you and I put our hair together, we still want to have Conky's hair.
I know.
Barb says,
so
happy
much,
birthday,
Barb,
Jeremy,
please.
with the G, cake, turtles, and other surprises.
Thank you so much.
Looks
Thanks,
like happy
Barb.
face and bears popping out of ice cream cones.
And Mary Franklin said, birthday blessings, Jeremy. It is his birthday, the big. How old, Jeremy?
46, man.
46. That's the only good thing about we're born the same year, but you're going to always be older than me.
Can you believe it? 46.
No, because I'm going to be 46 in a couple months. Wow.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. And actually, today,
Thanks, Mary Franklin.
there are people that just are constantly showing up at the schoolhouse. Like George and I are not getting work done, but and right now it's like the cool place to be. There's something happening in Otter Creek, and a gentleman today he pulled up. Actually, you'll see some of what he said in tomorrow's video. He's like, "Listen, you're doing something great." He's like, "You're in your 40s now." He's like, "You'll burn out a little bit later in life." He's like, "Use it while you got it, man. Don't let it go. Get it while you can." And you are killing it, and we need you, and all that kind of stuff. So that was a good little oomph.
They gave you a little kick,
little pep talk. But I gotta be honest, I did pass out like Conky today. So.
Crafty Jen said, "Happy birthday, Jeremy. We love you, dude, and we do love you.
So much. Appreciate it."
46 years old. Thank you, Crafty Jen. So Crafty Jen. And I was going to say, what do you want for your birthday? But a man that has everything, what would you want for your birthday?
Well, he can no longer say I want a schoolhouse. And he can't say I want my own urinal. Those were his birthday wishes last year.
The worst is I found the urinal I was going to give him for his birthday, and now he's got one. So now I'm like, what am I going to do with this urinal?
What do you do now?
Remember, I was going to go in on that urinal with you.
I know.
And
Conky and I, we have
you got nothing.
I want what every man wants on their birthday.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
After the show goes off the air, we'll...
I want a nice, peaceful life, hidden in the woods, having fun on YouTube.
God bless America. Can you get more fun than our lives?
I don't know that you can get much more fun than what we do.
Francis says, I'm 2 years older than you. Good evening, everyone.
There is no way
Francis.
2 years older. No way.
That's 2 years. I don't believe it.
Thank you so much, Earl.
Daryl said, "Happy birthday! If you find audiobooks, please let me know. My blind friend have read all the ones I have."
Daryl, we have a ton back at Hales headquarters, and once we get back there for the summer, those will be up on the Sunday night auctions. So I know we have a ton because Christian and Patience have been sorting like crazy out of that huge unit that we bought.
Happy birthday!
Thank you so much, BB.
I like that, the hippie bath day.
The hippie bath day.
Did you take a hippie bath today?
I took a shower. I did take a shower.
Okay, I just want to know if you took a hippie bath.
Not a hippie bath, but I did take a shower.
To me, a hippie bath is like what I used to do when I went camping, and you go in the river or in the lake or whatever, and wash off in the morning.
And wash off. Yep.
That was like the best feeling. You're like, oh, hippie bath.
You're like, oh yes.
You ever take a hippie bath, Conky?
Probably, yeah. If getting up in the morning and just like using a baby wipe under your arms works. I mean that
every time he's been at Hales headquarters, that's what he did.
Yeah, that's the hippie bath.
Mayor Russell Suss downright greedy is in the chat.
I got it. Mayor Russell Suss downright greedy.
Stuck with his name for a while. YouTube.
Yeah, you can only change on YouTube. You can only change your name. I believe it's 3 times within 90 days.
Is that how it is?
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that you can't just keep going back and forth. So
you're stuck with it for a while. Mary Franklin said, just celebrated my 45th anniversary.
Wow.
On my 25th birthday 4 days ago.
That's pretty cool. That's really cool.
That would be...
You can do the math. Calculations.
Right? Yeah, 66. Those are what the calculations come up to.
66. And then get some ice cream, buddy. We love you. Blessings. Happy birthday, Jill.
Thank you so much.
When you come back up, Jeremy, we'll have to go get ice cream again.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something.
And Gina said, happy birthday, Jeremy.
That's Gina with a lemur at Half Mil Time to Grill.
That's Gina with the lemur at Half Mil. That sure is.
And then Blood, Sweat, and Cell says, Jeremy, now you are considered top shelf. Laugh. I probably got 30. I would say, yeah, you're like a fine wine, Mr. Hales.
I don't know that I'm getting better with age.
Yeah, it might have turned. And
someone might want to put you in an oak barrel for 10 years, but
you gotta admit, I've been getting some pretty good deals lately. So everybody knows about the schoolhouse. If they watch today's video, you know I'm buying out a hotel, and it's not cheap stuff, and it's incredible stuff, and I'm getting the deal of a lifetime.
Oh, that's awesome, man! I got some. The unit I just got done, I should have had Conky come down. I could have used you, Conky, for your cutting ability. I should have had you bring the saw.
That's safe, huh?
Man, I got a safe in the unit. That video will be coming up, guys. I mean, this a 10 by 20 and so many surprises. So many surprises.
Is Lenny big? Hey, Lenny.
Those are the best ones.
Oh, man, you guys know how it goes.
Guys, I'm going through withdrawal, man. I want to buy another unit, but
Mr. Hales, Conky, hope you're all well. Yes, Lenny, I think we're well. You're well, Jeremy?
We try.
I'm doing well.
Conky, you're well?
We try.
You try. Oh, my God, do we try?
I want to buy another unit, but I just don't think it's wise right now for me to do that.
Well, I think you got a little bit more on your plate right now.
Yeah, I do.
You're busy setting up so that you can buy more units later.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm setting myself up for success for later.
I'm doing the same thing right now, Hales. And if you guys came to my building, you'd be shocked right now.
Empty?
Shocked.
You want a teaser for tomorrow's video?
Yes, of course we want a teaser. And then we want to talk about you getting a rush. Is this when you got tased?
Oh, wait.
Whoa. Is that when you got tased by the police? That's funny. Happy birthday, Jeremy.
Thank you so much. Conky gets more promotion than anybody else with Conky Passed Out. Like, there should be Conky Passed Out t-shirts. There should be trucker caps.
But I didn't pass out. I mean, that's the...
Right. On the front, it says Conky passed out. On the back, it goes, no, I landed like a rock star.
If Conky should have 2 t-shirts, Conky Passed Out. No, I didn't. I landed like a rock star would be the second one.
There you go.
Conky landed like a rock star.
Should I make those shirts up and sell them on my channel under the
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's going to be Team Conky passed out and Team Conky landed like a rock star. And now there's Team Conky wiped out.
That's 3 shirts I can sell.
That's 3 shirts, man.
I went skydiving with what the Hales. All I got was this crappy T-shirt and passed out.
Honestly, okay. When people say Conky wiped out, I can't argue with that. That's the problem.
You can't argue with the passing out either. It's on camera.
You're just lucky we didn't have the cameras at that time, man.
They wouldn't let us run back towards him. We were already on the side.
Yep. That was the problem. You're so lucky, Conky.
Yeah, he's lucky.
Conky is a rock star. There you go. You fooled somebody, Conky.
That's the one person that knows the truth.
The truth.
The truth shall set you free.
So what's up with you and the police, Jeremy?
Man, we got this thing going on around here that they keep coming helping me out when everybody's trying to call them to get rid of me, and they keep coming and helping me out. So, you know what? I like it.
Jeremy, you need to get Muscle Grandson in yesterday's video to help you get the hotel hall.
So George and I are going for the hotel hall on Monday, and the giant of Brian that you saw on the video will be going with us. And What You Doing Willis has been texting me, and he's like, hey, you want me to haul another trailer, the second trailer with you guys? So What You Doing Willis is going too.
Crafty said her best years were in her 40s.
Those are good years.
Yeah, the only problem is for me and Jeremy, those years are going quick. Tell us about it, Conky.
Yeah, well, I remember turning 40 and being somewhat disturbed about it, but turning 50 didn't bother me as much. I figured, well,
I made it this long.
When I turned 40, it was like it was like I thought there was something I could do about it, and when I turned 50, I realized there wasn't. So you just sort of go with the flow after that.
Like, all right, I'm here.
Max Lab said, what's up, Jeremy, Robin, Conky? What's up, Max Lab?
Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah, that was nice meeting him at the big event, the shindig.
Man, it was so cool meeting everybody. George and I were talking again. We were like, okay, who's throwing the next party? We think it's Rob at 100K.
We could do it outside my building. I can get my brother's band to play on top of the building, like the Beatles did.
That'd be cool.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
That really would be cool.
Have a live band. Everyone's just jamming out.
You think we would all fit at that place? Everybody that would show up? That'd be tight.
We'd have to shut it down at a certain number. You'd have to act. You have to be quick.
Sometimes you have to just shut it down because, even if there's people on the outside trying to get in, which we did have people on the outside trying to get in at Half Mill Time to Grill.
Seuss Freaks mess. We would have to. I mean, the biggest thing would be security. There, we'd have to get some extra security. I'd have to hire some Cleveland police officers.
More cops.
More cops.
More cops.
Don't forget the off-duty plainclothes cops.
Yes.
And luckily, I haven't had the police called on me yet this week. But, things could change quickly.
There's still time, though.
A fan of you guys from north of 55th Parallel. We
right.
love the Canadians. Look at that nice Canadian silver piece right there.
We do.
The Newsmastic. So he must be a coin collector.
And remember the one thing that we did learn about security at the event. I think I told all
pipe,
of you
Jeremy. Scott Roberts, get a bigger pipe. Your water pipe's too small, Jeremy.
You requested a 2-inch meter.
Your meter's too big.
So I think one of the smartest things that we did at Half Mill Time to Grow. So whoever throws the next party, the very first presence is the deputies. I mean, they were right there. And then we have undercover as well, and they are all having communication with each other. And so it was just complete and total. Conky and Rob know that there was an emergency evacuation plan for myself, George, Conky, Rob, Guapo, Travis.
I thought you said everyone but Guapo.
So for all of the YouTubers, there was an emergency evacuation plan in case anybody got stupid. And so that probably one of the best things that we did is we had intense security, and because we did, there wasn't a single hiccup. There wasn't a single problem, even though we had a very, very intense emergency evacuation plan for all YouTubers as well.
Well, the keys you have to be
Guapo was the bait. Actually, Guapo's security agent showed up late as usual.
Yeah.
Right.
Where's Guapo? Oh, he was late as usual.
Well, you told me, Jeremy, you said, Rob, you don't have to run fast. You just got to run faster than Guapo.
Well, that's what it was. Conky or Rob was like, well, how are they going to know who we are? And how do we know what to do, where to go and what to do? And I was like, you don't have to think about anything. They know who you are. They will come to you. You will be emergency evacuated. You just have to be there with the people. And you guys never had to think about it. You just had to enjoy yourselves. And that was probably one of the best things we did.
Oh yeah. I mean, the security was awesome. The sheriffs, they were great. And the whole
except for when they almost arrested you.
He had it coming.
That's true. Too many times almost getting arrested. We've had too much fun like that. I thought Guapo was going to get arrested.
He typically does.
But then I was sitting there saying something about Guapo, and then I thought he was going to arrest me.
He's right here. Arrest him. He's right here.
Yeah, and then the guy's like looking at me like this, and I met a few police officers in my life, and I can tell you, when they look at you like that, it's like, like your dad looking at you when you did something wrong. You just better leave. And I left. I was
like, dude, do you even know Jeremy? He hired you. We're allowed to crack jokes here. It's okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go by Jeremy. They can't take us both.
Security.
The fans will stop him from taking me. Bring back Rob.
That's so funny.
What you doing, Willis? If you like distract them and take off. Max Lab will be over there distracting him. I'll just take off.
It's so funny.
Willis would just take off on his motorcycle.
I got a new subscriber. Thank you.
Nice.
Guys, if you haven't subscribed to any of our channels, you need to go out and subscribe. Conky's Flippin' Adventure, What the Hales, Second Sense, and, well, we can't say his other guy until he gets here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get enough subscribers to throw another party. So
you were trying to get to 1 mil?
1 mil, and then I think at 1 million, I think it'd be time to retire. Throw the party, and then
I don't know about that.
I think it'll be time at that point.
You just make a YouTube channel about retiring?
Yeah.
What do I do in retirement?
Retire.
It's called What the Hales I Retired.
It's gonna called Second Retire.
Second Retire. I like it.
Instead of Second Sense, it's gonna be Second Retire.
Thank you, Kelly. Brenda said, I subscribe to all of you. We appreciate it. Don't forget,
thank you so much.
hit the thumbs up, guys. But man, it's a crazy week. And I've had Jeff working with me. You guys know Jeff Noble.
Yep.
So he's got a trailer and a van, so it works out great. And he doesn't care about work. He's been doing this for moving stuff for 15 years, 20, 20 years or whatever. So he don't care about working.
He loves work.
Yeah, he don't care. He loves going through the junk. Mary Dale super sticker. Thank you, Mary. And then, oh man, Mayor Russ. I was getting dressed backstage that night, and the cops were eyeballing me. The staff had to explain why I was in a mask. Hey, they would have took out Mayor Russ.
Thank you,
happy birthday, Jeremy.
Oh my goodness.
Could you imagine they just take him out? Marilyn Raby sucks drive
Where's
gravy.
Marilyn Raby? Where's Marilyn Raby? Cops come up. We got somebody over here. We need you to ID him, Jeremy. I don't know who that is.
We got a warrant for her arrest in Cleveland or in Worcester for stealing a trailer.
So funny. So funny.
That is just so funny. Yeah, I can imagine they're probably eyeballing him up. He's putting his costume on. I'm like, who's this guy?
So What You Doing Willis had an idea. I got to throw it by you guys, okay? You guys ever heard of
retire?
Someone's got hired, time to retire. There you go. You guys ever heard of like influencer houses or content houses where a bunch of YouTubers get together in a house and all they do is make content in a house? They rent a huge mansion together and all that.
That sounds fun.
So what you doing, Willis said, listen, we need to make a town, not a house, an entire YouTube town. It would be TownTube, and probably called Otter Creek, and everybody in the town is an actual YouTuber.
That'd be kind of interesting.
Interesting. It'd be gold, man.
That would be very interesting. I mean, like you would have like different businesses and stuff set up.
It's all YouTubers.
I know that'd be. Oh man, I'm down. So we're all moving to Otter Creek.
I'm waiting for you guys.
We got to build some houses down there.
Well, you got to get a new mayor because he won't give anybody a permit that he doesn't like. And the county won't step in. The county won't step in and do anything about it, which is one of the reasons why I have to sue the entire town. And because nobody else who he's holding permits from can actually can afford to get a lawyer involved, and he knows it. Now he's got somebody who's ready to take him down. So unfortunately, you can't get a permit unless he likes you.
So that's how that works, huh?
That's how it works here. Yep.
That's how it works. That's how it works.
Which you will see Russ the Sus in tomorrow's video. So I will share with you that you will see him. You'll see him 2 times in tomorrow's video.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, there's you've had some crazy stuff going on, that's for sure. Your employees quit, I know.
I need help, man.
You do need help, man.
Buying out this hotel. But thankfully, like Travis was like, hey man, I'd love to come and help out. And then we're gonna take Brian, who's just huge. I mean, this dude is huge. And so I'm looking forward to it now because there was no way George was going to be able to help me do this. I actually talked to Christian and Patience. I was like, hey, I need to fly you back down. They were like,
That's your wife says 2 cents for Otter Creek
Otter Creek Mayor, yeah.
I'll give you my 2 cents. I think what the Hales, I think he should have the biggest water line made in the whole state of Florida.
Your plumber called me personally.
I think we're going to give him a 20-inch main.
We're going to run a sewer pipe in for their water.
You're going to have a sewer pipe going in for the water and a water pipe coming out for the sewer. Oh, wait.
But how cool would that be? An entire town of YouTubers?
Dude, it'd be awesome because then you could also set up cameras everywhere so that you could have your camera and then you could also access other content to get other angles and things that you missed. And
Jessica said maybe Becky Joe will sell me her baseball diamond. And then maybe you could sell it to me because then my properties would all touch. That would be incredible.
Yeah, I mean, a YouTube world, village,
town. It'd be U-Town. It'd be TownTube. It'd be TownTube.
TownTube.
And oh my goodness, if all the YouTubers were here in Otter Creek, man, I mean, the fans can't get enough of Otter Creek. And if everybody was in Otter Creek, they would not get enough of it.
So would everybody in the town have to be a YouTuber, or
you gotta ask what you're doing, Willis. This was his idea, but I think a town of YouTubers is genius. Like that would go over like crazy on YouTube, like a YouTube town.
So to move in, you have to be monetized.
So
yeah, how else are you gonna buy land in Otter Creek with Jeremy buying it all up?
Right, you have to be monetized.
So, you know, you when you have a favorite show, you want more, right? You want behind the scenes. You want, you know, and so that's one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons, you know, What the Hales has been successful in the terms of, you know, as far as what we do, not in terms of like Mr. Beast style, but then people want more, so they go to other channels to get more, so they can go to What You're Doing, Willis, and go, okay, what's going on at his ranch? What's going on over here? What's going on over there? They go see what's going on at Second Sense. What's going on with Conky's book? They want more, and if there was an entire town, like George was telling me, she's like, holy cow, Conky's live stream after Half Meal Time to Grill, he got crazy views on it. They want more. Could you imagine if Conky and Noreen actually lived in Otter Creek? And they'd be like, all right, let's see what's going on this part of town with Conky and Noreen. I mean, it'd be a whole town of YouTubers. They would devour the content.
You just see Conky at the town hall just eating popcorn, sipping on a soda. This is good. This is good watching.
He's like, he'd be looking at the camera. I ain't passing out for this.
No, I would probably take the mayor on just like Jeremy is, because I've done stuff like that before. I'll put it that way. So we would start to gang up on the little township government down there.
What a cool concept. And I really think I think viewership, like I think views would be devoured. Like, all right, let me see this part of town. Let me see this part of town. What's going on with this person in the town? Like, it's an entire community. It's a genius idea. It really is. And in my personal opinion, it's not $1 million idea. It's $1 billion idea. It really is genius.
Man, if we just knew someone that had enough property and space to make a town.
Well, I mean,
we're all looking at you, Jeremy. I mean,
all of us together can make something happen.
What you doing? Will says he agrees.
I mean, I got a schoolhouse. You already peed in my urinal. You might as well squat on some of my property.
Conky takes no prisoners. if we do have the town, then I want Conky to be the sheriff. I'm going to be the deputy. He looks like Andy Griffin, okay?
Now, wait a minute. Isn't there a song about I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy? You be the sheriff. I'll be the deputy.
No. Conky, I know my role.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's not how this works.
They didn't shoot the deputy. Hey, guys, second sound good.
Yeah, AJ's World just said YouTube town makes me think of that Jim Carrey movie. Remember the Jim Carrey movie where he's concealed in the town and
what was the name of that movie?
Truman Show.
Yeah,
the Truman Show. And really, the Truman is the main character, but YouTube town, let's say Conky was the mayor. Well, you get to see the whole town from the viewpoint of the mayor. Let's say Rob's the auctioneer. You get to see the whole town from the viewpoint of the auctioneer. Like you get all these lenses into the town. I think people would devour it.
And people would come just to be on YouTube then.
Oh my goodness. It would be a vacation tourism destination just in the aspect because it's the first YouTube town in the world. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I don't think it's $1 million idea. I think it's $1 billion idea.
So how does somebody pick up land, buy property in Otter Creek without you buying it first?
How did you buy a squat on his property?
How'd you buy a storage unit and make thousands off of it without me buying it?
You just sort of sit there and watch me buy it, I guess.
Exactly. You tell Jeremy, don't bid against me.
Guys, I don't want all the property. I just want the property that touches mine.
Then it just keeps touching yours and touching yours. Scott Roberts, fun to change Otter Creek to Halesville. Thanks, Scott. Halesville. Don't forget, guys, hit that thumbs up. Guapo will be late as usual.
Where is Guapo?
I'm changing the banner because he's so late. Oh, I guess he's not 9:30 yet, so he's almost early.
Guapo fell asleep after he got the munchies.
Guapo
he passed out like conkies.
Did not pass out.
Yeah, I was talking to Guapo earlier. Oh man, yeah, it's been a crazy week, and then I bought 2 storage units today. And Jeff shows up to work, and I'm like, he's like, there's some auctions going on. I said, don't worry, I already bought 2 units. He's like, you did? I'm like, yeah. He just starts laughing. But we've been making a huge amount of space in the building, so I've been buying a lot, but at the same time, clearing out a lot.
So Guapo has got Spanish classes tonight. I forgot. He's going back for his continuing education courses, and
that's right.
He's trying to learn Spanish.
He's
So it
going to
could be
start
our-
a Spanish YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
he's gonna start, so Guapo will be the Spanish channel in the town.
It's going to be called El Guapo
El Guapo.
Monday.
If Guapo
Mundo.
moves to Otter
Guapo
Creek,
Mundo.
he's going to need to be our translator.
So you'll see Otter Creek from the translator's point of view. I mean, you kind of get the whole idea. I mean, really, I'm not joking. I joke a lot, and it is a $1 billion idea because nobody's ever done it before, and people would flock to be a part of all of it.
What we could do is a event, and we could give away prizes for this. Is I could pretend to pass out somewhere in Otter Creek, and the tourists / viewers would have to find me somewhere.
Where did Conky pass out this week?
You're like playing Where's Waldo, only Where's Conky.
They made a town out of the villages for the retirement and swinging. Why not make a town for YouTubers and not swinging? For YouTubers and passing out.
You're swinging.
I should do some kind of translate thing and text back in Spanish to Guapo. It's okay. We'll see you next week. He'll be like, what the heck is this?
El Niño driveway.
Oh, man. You could have a T-shirt at the end of the year and all the places Conky passed out.
That'd be fun. And you come into town and you either buy a Conky passed out or a Conky landed like a rock star T-shirt.
I wonder if I really did have those 2 T-shirts, which one would I sell the most of?
I already could tell you. Conky passed out. It would be like 10-1, dude.
He'd have to keep track, though. There'd have to be a tally.
You wouldn't even need to keep track because he'll have a whole box of ones they didn't sell, and the other ones would be gone.
There'd have to be an LED tally above each of them. It'd be like McDonald's. Our 10 billionth sold, and the one sold, and the one he landed like a rock star. My mom bought it, the one.
Noreen
bought,
daughter.
bought one.
He gave it to him for Christmas. Please wear these.
That'd be funny.
Jay, you want to know how would we design a theme park? Could you put a theme park in something like that?
I mean, all reality. I mean, you can do anything that you can envision.
Yeah, we'll do
anything is possible with enough time and enough capital.
That's true. Look at what Disney did.
Yeah, Disney created a town. The Villages is another town in Florida. A little different, you know.
I was like, whoa, yeah. So you're trying to get somewhere between Disney and the Villages.
I'm just saying they created towns around an idea.
That's true.
And
in Florida.
Yes, in Florida. So it's not like it hasn't happened before. People can't go, oh, no, you can't do that. You can do anything.
You build it, they will come.
An entire YouTube town.
I mean, think about this. People still go to the Field of Dreams.
Sean Goodman says, I just trademarked both phrases. Conky passed out and Conky landed like a rock star.
Good job, Sean Goodman.
He's on it, man. Not messing around.
Yeah, we missed you at the $500,000 grill. I know he had to take off early, so.
Yeah, he did. He had to take off early. A lot of people missed him.
A lot of people thought he was Maryland. He sucks.
Yeah, everybody's thinking it's the Sean Goodman. No, it can't be the Sean Goodman.
Yeah, because everyone's like, even people came up and said, "Did you see Sean? Because I think he's Maryland Raby, sucks dry gravy." And I was like, I didn't see him, and I don't know who Maryland Raby is, so we'll find out.
Adventure Mike. I'm picking up a 2-inch pipe tomorrow in Texas. I'm bringing it back to Florida. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
I should drop a 2-inch pipe out in front of town hall.
You should write what the Hales in 2-inch pipe.
It's so funny.
You should make a big weld this 2-inch pipe and make a little sign that says what the Hales.
So funny.
They said the Villages created around golf courses. This would be created around YouTube extravaganzas.
It would be fun.
Oh, it would be unbelievable fun. And you would have to have like some cool, crazy stuff where we could do cool, crazy things for videos. You know, like we need like a river and like a pond, like we could drive like watercraft and like, you know, we could have like a water skiing squirrel, whatever, man. Crazy stuff.
But really, I mean, it's a great idea. It really is. And the drive behind it is content creation, you know, and you can see it from every vantage point because true fans, and we have some incredible community fans. They want to see it from every angle and every perspective.
Well,
someone said you should make a t-shirt says you want to see my 2-inch pipe.
I am just wearing boxers right now instead of shorts or pants, so
I wonder how Spanish class is going right now. Do you think
Muy-
Guapo is late?
muy good.
He probably showed up to Spanish class. The teacher probably said, "You know, you're 30 minutes late for class," and he probably said, "Hello."
Oh, that means I'm 10 minutes early.
Scott Roberts wants a pre-order.
Pre-order
Get those t-shirts going, Conks.
Yeah, I probably should.
Conky should have had them t-shirts a year ago, man.
Well, you got to let something like that build, I guess.
Oh, it's build,
yeah.
Especially with the wipeout. Now you got a third shirt.
Yeah, now you got even more shirts. Debbie Farmer, remember the trailer park that had its own TV show? You could do that and name it whatever you want. Laugh out loud.
That's Trailer Park Boys. That's where I got my name.
That's where Conky got his name from.
Yeah.
Thank you, Debbie. So Conky is a character in Trailer Park Boys?
Conky is the dummy, the mannequin that one of the characters Bubbles uses when he gets stressed out. Conky's his comfort.
And that's what you used to be called, Conky the Dummy.
Yep, Conky the Dummy. That was my YouTube name. And then when I actually started the channel, basically based off that $55 unit that Jeremy let me win, George looked at me and said, "So, what are you going to change your name to?" And I guess I'm going to change it to something. And I mulled it over for a little bit, and then I became Conky's Flippin' Adventures, and that started the whole thing with everybody saying hi to Deanna from Flippin' Adventures.
Yep,
thinking that she's Conky, and that's where the T-shirt for the last time I'm not Conky came from. And Flippin' Adventures isn't in the chat tonight, is she?
I haven't seen her,
but I kind of. I always said it if I was ever like in the same room with her, I'd explain to her what happened there and that I didn't mean to like steal her name, but she said it's all good.
Christian and Patience just text me. They're like, "We're sorry, we suck. We didn't even realize it was March 30th. Happy birthday." I just texted back. I didn't remember either.
Hey, the thing is that if they got it before the end of the day, then they're all good.
Yeah, they're good.
They're still good.
Yeah, you're
now,
good.
If they're in another time zone and your birthday's already passed, they can still say happy birthday.
That's true.
Right.
If it was still your birthday when they said it. So that's a rule I just made up.
So they're driving. So you got to drive to Indiana.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Real quick, head west.
Real quick, let's hit the road.
Jeremy, no, really, I'm in Indiana.
Yeah. If we can outrun the time zones.
Yeah, I'm outrunning the time zone. Well, people did that when I remember for the millennium. There's people that were going to different time zones, like in private jets, to try to hit like all the like. I don't know how many they went, but that would have been a great talk about YouTube. That would, but you know, YouTube in 1999. I don't know how big YouTube was.
I don't think it was. Was it?
It wasn't yet.
No.
eBay was. YouTube wasn't.
Yeah, eBay was. That was one of those things you should have bought. You know, eBay stock, PayPal.
Yeah.
Google.
Tube Town. I think you guys just need to move.
Move to Florida? My invisible wife says amen.
See, she's on board.
Yeah, we don't even really have to move to Florida. Just have a place down there to go to and turn the place upside down every month or
Right.
two. Out of the
Jeremy
year.
in the summertime, he'll want to be living back here or Kelly's Island or something.
I prefer to be on Kelly's Island, but I don't know. That piece of property I really, really want.
They haven't figured out an access to that yet, have
They
they?
haven't figured out access.
Helicopter.
Christian does want me to get a helipad and a helicopter for Hales headquarters.
There you go.
Well, if you get a helicopter, you don't have to worry about access.
AJ said the schoolhouse is big enough for everyone. George and I are trying to figure out, what do we call the schoolhouse? So she said, what are we going to call? So we have Hales headquarters. She's like, what are we going to call the schoolhouse? Because we're commissioning a painter to paint the windows out front. And we got to figure out what we want to call it. And she goes, let's just call it What the Hales School. And I was like, we can't call it What the Hales School. It's got to be What the Hales University.
Happy
She
birthday.
was like, all right, so Hales University or...
Thanks, Russ, but it's Jeremy's birthday
funny.
today.
That's funny.
WTHU. What the hell's you?
What the hell's you? There you go. Conky put on front of the shirt. Conky passed out on the back half, landed like a rock star. He's going to try to sell 2, Gail. He wants some people to buy 2 shirts.
And with the
Daisy
wipeout,
crew,
maybe
either
3.
for y'all. Thank you, Lori. The Daisy crew. I love it.
What should we call everybody in the chat? What should we call the schoolhouse property? So north is Hales headquarters. What is the south? I mean, it's obviously, it's a 10,000 square foot. We call it Camp Hales.
We already have Camp Hales.
Camp Hales is Camp Hales. What do we call the schoolhouse property? School of Hales, School of Hard Rocks. Yeah, that one unit. Thank you, Rob. Otta's Hales School, Hales Academy.
You just call it the U.
Hales Haven, the old schoolhouse.
South is the Ranch.
School B, Hales University.
School of What the Hales? Otter Acres. That's funny.
That's funny. Otter Acres is funny. But that's not
Summer
good
School.
Schoolhouse.
Tammy just said Summer School.
That was a good movie.
Hales Schoolhouse. Utah Hales.
You did Hales. That's funny.
Huh. Hales Acres. Hales Schoolhouse. Hales Hollowed Halls.
Jeremy Warts and Make It Magical.
Make it magical.
Hold on, Steve's request.
The Hales Hangout. So here is what's happening. Like the community that is excited, everybody every day is coming over to the schoolhouse. So it has become the hangout. It really has. Like it's the Otter Creek Hangout right now.
So you just call it the hangout. You got the headquarters and the hangout.
So the Hales Hangout.
Yep.
I like Hales U, or like I went to FIU. So I'm trying to think of something.
Otter University.
Otter U is good. Otter Creek University, where I don't know, where you're groomed to be a champion.
Hales Home for Otter Ones. The Otter Hangout. I kind of like Hales Hangout.
Hales Hangout. It is a hangout.
It has become that. It's definitely become that. Like the door is locked right now, so that because so many random people show up, even on Sunday's live stream, we're like, nobody show up. And because we got work to do on Tuesday, and we still had guests showing up like crazy. And today we had guests showing up like crazy. And so it's become a hangout. It really has been.
That's just funny.
But this is the place where stuff is happening in town. It's a small town. It's 100 people.
Hang out if you have a 2-inch pipe.
Yeah, you gotta show that you proof that you have a 2-inch pipe to get inside.
Can I see your meter?
That's our key to the place, a 2-inch pipe. So we go in and
you get 2-inch pipe gets you in.
Yeah.
Can I see your passcode?
Now you have to drop your 2-inch pipe in a basket to actually get in the building, because you're not allowed to, be in there with your pipe, but you get it back on the way out.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. That's the hangout, the Hales hangout.
I kind of like the hangout.
I don't know about the house that George built. Yeah. I don't know about that one. I'll see you moving along here.
That one does not have a ring to it. You kind of throw in a whole bunch of H's and then you threw a G in there. The Gathering Place. I've heard places called the Gathering Place before.
Hales Gathering Place. A Hales of a gathering place.
Urinal U.
Highest ceiling award. The ceilings are incredible. Like the videos do no justice. You have to see it in person.
I'm going to tile those ceilings.
Just took the tiles off.
Oh, man.
AJ just said the Hales out instead of the hangout. The Hales out.
The Hales hangout. Oh, man. Hales long driveway access limited. Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, you're going to have to put some thought into this one. The right one...
Should we call it Go to Hales? Where are you going to Hales?
Go to Hales. Let's see.
Hales Haven.
A lot of good suggestions.
There's a lot of good ones. I'm trying to figure out something with the school in there.
Well, when she said, should we call it what the Hales school, I was like, no, I would go with the university over school just as a joke.
What about college?
No, let's go university. University is a step over the college.
We could call it what they did in the Trailer Park Boys, Con College.
Con College.
Put some bars on the windows.
Well, if we had Town Tube, we have to name everything. So,
is there any penitentiaries around there close?
10 minutes away in Bronson. That's where the Ark is going. They're going across the street, so they have 6 acres across the street from the prison, and so that's where they're building their new school.
I knew this guy, and this gentleman's a genius, but he created
Josie.
Russ.
Russ is not allowed.
Russ is not allowed. Oh.
You requested a 2-inch meter.
Your meter's too big.
If I had $1 for every time I heard that.
But this guy, he would do detailing of cars, right? Then he got where the prisoners would get out of prison. The state would pay him money to give these guys an education of how to detail vehicles. And they would get a certificate. And then he'd be detailing these cars. So he was getting paid by the state to pay these guys their wages. He got paid to give them this education. Then he got paid to detail the cars.
So he was triple dipping on doing the same thing.
Free labor. And these guys, they all worked hard because they didn't want to go back to prison. Hales. That's a good one. Hales. Oh.
So somebody just said for a haunted house, Jessica, I will share with you that there are 2 channels coming and spending the night Saturday night.
Uh-oh.
Yep, there's 2 channels coming because we were told when we bought it that it's haunted. Now, you guys know how I feel in regards to that. So my personal opinion, and we'll just go with my personal opinion, if you believe that it's haunted and you hear a noise, then you go, oh, it's haunted. But if you know there's a bird up in the rafters, there's a bird up in the rafters. If my door swings open, like the ladies told us that the doors swing open, I go, if you believe it's haunted and the door swung open, then you go, oh, it's a ghost. I go, if you believe it's a building built in 1930s and this thing is all cockeyed and everything, and you just need to move the strike plate, then that's all you got to do. So,
what about the orbs, Jeremy? What about the orbs?
These are little bugs flying everywhere. But I have 2 channels coming to spend the night Saturday night. And they already told me, like, dude, you could make so much money off of letting the paranormal investigators stay there. He's like, they'll pay you $500 a night just to stay there.
God, I missed out on the schoolhouse then.
Yeah, oh my goodness. He's like you easily. He said you would have it booked solid all year round. You can still work on it during the day, and they'll pay you $500 a night just to be there in the night when you're not working.
Should I let them go to my building at nighttime?
Yeah, I was like, well, Town Tube, here we come.
There you go. You can have creepy places for people to stay at. Like, people would freak out at my building at nighttime. Like, my guys don't even like being there. And to me, you know, I like being in 18,000 square foot by myself.
It's peaceful.
It is peaceful. It's like the fortress of solitude.
Christian Hales School.
But then everyone thinks Christian owns it.
And then, yeah, they'll be like, is this Christian's place?
So did I tell you guys that after I sold my schoolhouse, I found out that there was a time capsule buried on the property somewhere?
No.
In the 50s.
What?
Some of the students buried a time capsule.
Where?
Somewhere on the school property. I don't know where. And they wanted to come back and dig it up because, you know, whoever buried it when they were like in, you know, 4th grade or something, they're now, you know, old. They want to go back and dig this damn time capsule up. And I found out about it because they contacted me. It was right after I sold it. They contacted me to find out the name of the new owner and how to get a hold of the new owner so they could get permission to come onto the property and dig it up.
I say we just go beat him to the punch, Conky.
If I knew where it was, maybe, yeah. I mean,
wow.
So that would have been cool if I'd have held on to the place for another month or so.
Yeah,
you know,
that would have been a cool video.
Yeah.
Time capsule from 1950 on
It was. I think it was like 50 years old. I forget how long ago it was put on there, put down, but it'd been quite a while. Well, I told you the realtor for the buyer, who was actually the buyer's mother, went to school there. And so did her father. So when I started showing her the building, I started telling her about this, that, and the other thing. Then she started telling me about the building. Well, this was so-and-so's classroom, and this was, you know, this wall.
Did you film any of that?
I didn't, because she was filming. She was filming to send to
him. Okay.
To him, because he was in California. By the time I realized that I should have been filming, it was too late.
It was too late. Ethel already looked. Don't look, Ethel.
She had already been incensed.
Oh, man. Yeah. A crazy week. So what you got going on this week, Hales?
Well, tomorrow I go to prom. So for my first prom ever is tomorrow.
Who you going to prom with?
Saturday, I metal detect the school. Sunday is a live stream. Monday, we go pick up our first run of all of this hotel stuff. And I figure I'll probably be working on that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just picking everything up in Gainesville.
So you're taking everything from the hotel?
We're taking what we want from the hotel.
Okay, well, that's cool.
And we offered $1,000 and to pick and choose.
That's even better. That is the best. Man. I know. I got so many videos right now. It's like I don't even know which one to put out next.
The best one.
Well, I think I'm going to go with the safe unit, and you guys are going to blow you away. The next, it's going to be It's going to be a 2-part video, and Yeah, I found some crazy stuff in there. Crazy stuff. I couldn't believe how good it ended up turning out. I'm so happy I bought it for $510.
Wow.
And then I bought these 2 other units. I'm sitting there filming them, and man, it's just like, man, you've been on a roll lately. I said, you haven't been watching Second Sense, have you? We talking about lately, man. I'm always on a roll, baby. Let's go.
You're like, I've been on a roll for the past 2 years. What are you talking about?
It's longer, man. That's how I've been in business. You gotta get good stuff. It's out there, man. The thing is, it's just like anything else, Jeremy, as you know in life, is you have to work at it constantly, be focused. It doesn't just gonna fall in your lap like anything else, you know. Like my buddy used to say, opportunity knocks, but you still got to open the door.
Yep.
Soup Free Messes rock that deuce, Jeremy.
I thought he was going to say rock the soup, Jeremy.
Rock the soup. No soup for you.
No soup for you.
No soup for you.
Yeah, opportunity is always knocking. You got to answer. That's the reality.
What about you, Conky? What do you got planned for this week?
For this week's almost over. This week's only got another day in it.
Day.
But next week is wide open.
I thought the first day of the week is Sunday.
Sounds like Conky's coming down to Tube Town.
That was just down there. Next time I go down, I want to spend a little bit more time.
Yeah, you guys should have spent a little bit more time at Cedar Key or another day just to.
It was so quick.
Unwind.
I know it was like this.
It was like boom, boom, boom. Like I was exhausted. I don't know how you guys got back. Like I could barely function. I was so tired. I was a zombie.
Yeah, Noreen says I need to help her open mystery boxes.
Yeah.
We still have 100 mystery boxes to open.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That's a unit that just gives and gives and gives.
So we might do some of that next week. I don't know. I got to clear out space in the garage. I spent today listing. I don't know. You guys know me. If I need a part for my car, I'll just go ahead and buy another car.
Yeah, you'll just get a car and use the parts from that.
So I bought a car for the wheels and tires a few months ago, and I spent a little bit of time today pulling little parts off it and getting like eBay listings for it ready. But so that's going to explode in the garage and take up a bunch of room. But yeah, we got to make up room for opening these mystery boxes and processing all of that.
Yeah, 100 boxes left.
But when you can buy a car for $1,000 and sell the taillights for $300, it's a no-brainer, you know.
I mean, it's one of those things there's a lot of money in piecing out stuff.
Yeah.
My buddy, he used to fix appliances. He goes, Rob, I make more money just selling pieces and parts. I'll take a refrigerator and make $2,000. I could sell the same refrigerator for $500.
Right.
Yep. But if you part it out, you make the money.
Yeah. Because like you said, calling like a little tail light there, $300. Just stupid little things.
Yeah.
Yeah, part it out.
So that's what I'm going to be doing over the next week if I'm not opening mystery boxes, is listing stuff off of that thing on eBay.
We want the restoration videos.
I know.
Jeremy's sick of asking you about them.
I started doing some filming, but I still have to finish some things down here to finish it up.
We got to keep squeaking before we get some oil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the squeaky wheel gets the oil, right?
That's it, man. If we don't keep squeaking at you, then
Do you
Noreen,
think
you got to bother him every day for us.
Do you think Guapo uses CBD oil, or does he use WD-40 oil?
I don't know. I think they're both pretty good. I don't know which one gets the squeaks out better.
I use
WD-45. Yeah, Noreen's been after me to finish this up too. It's just a matter of cutting and sawing and building.
Judy just asked, how hard was it to decide to quit a 9-to-5 to do this as a living? What, you mean to work 24/7?
That was good timing. Thanks, Judy. No, thanks for kicking Jeremy off the show. He didn't want to answer the question. I never had a 9-to-5 job. So let me explain that first. I started off cooking, working in restaurants. So when I was a senior and before I went to college, I had 2 full-time jobs, 40 hours a week. I was working 80 hours, boom, between the 2 full-time jobs before I went to college. After I came back, I was a manager at a hotel, and the first guy that hired me as a manager told me, Rob, you know what the difference between salary and slavery is? A V. So I was a salary employee, and then you find out when you're salary, you can work as many hours they want you to work. There's no overtime, there's nothing. So there'll be times I work 60 hours in a week and things like that. So 70 hours, depends. So then I decided, well, let me work for myself, and now I just work even more. And I had multiple rental properties, auction company, wife and 2 kids, and then this guy Jeremy talked me into doing YouTube.
Well, here's how it went for me. Here's how it's going for me. I'll give you. I'll let you in on something that happened in my business this week. Okay, I have a job, but it's my own business. I service exercise equipment, and I do it for some pretty big customers.
He means corporations, not big.
Think health systems, okay? And one of these health systems just got taken over by another health system. And the old one, you would think these guys could pay right away, and they're multi-billion-dollar concerns. You think my little invoices I sent them would, they would just take care of them. But this one particular customer would get several months behind, and I had to get kind of tough with them last year. And then they got taken over by another entity late last year, but they sent out all the vendor letters in January. So when I got the letter saying that I've got to jump through these certain hoops in order to stay a vendor and get paid for my services, I started jumping through those hoops. But I was meeting some resistance from their purchasing, their accounts payable, and that's normal because these people act like all the vendors are scum on the bottom of their shoe. Anyway, long story short, until I get all this set up, I can go in there and work all I want to. I'm not going to get paid. The manager of the facility started getting a little, shall we say, indignant with me this week, saying, I don't care about all that back end stuff. I don't care if you're ever going to get paid. I got problems. I need my equipment fixed because all the members and the staff are getting pissed at me for my stuff being down. He says, we got another vendor that can come in here and do it if you can't. It was part of this big long email. We've been going back and forth for several weeks over this. And my answer was simple and short to the point. I said, well, I would go with him then. Now, I bill my time out at $129 an hour to these people, okay? And every few months I work there 3 or 4 days in a month, and my bills to them wind up being close to $10,000 for the year. And I basically told them to piss off. I could have, I could have been a little bit more polite about it, and I could have done something to hang on to that customer. And I don't know what word to use here, but I could have kept going through all this. And you know what? I said no. So what's nice about what I do here in front of this camera, in front of all the people that show up to watch us, and what I do for the reselling and the like Rob mentions, I have real estate concerns and things like that. I don't have to put up with any of that, and I don't. It's not like I need the money from that. So my 9 to 5s just sort of morphed into doing whatever I want whenever I want, and it's been a blessing for all the years that I've done it. Anytime you give up a solid chunk of income to do something you really love and something that's going to wind up making you a better person and wind up being better for you. There's some uncomfortability there. You almost want to look at it and say, holy crap, what am I doing? But the faster you can, and you're definitely getting out of your comfort zone. The faster you can overcome that and just move forward, the happier you'll be. And that's all I got to say about that.
And I will add on to, there's a book called Think and Grow Rich, and it's by a gentleman called Napoleon Hill. And Napoleon Hill spent many, many years hanging out, talking to, interviewing the most successful people in the world. People like Andrew Carnegie and likes of them. People that were multi billionaires and things like that. And the whole book, though, there's the secret. And I shouldn't tell you guys the whole secret, but you should read the book. But in the book, it never tells the secret of how to be successful. And the whole thing, at the end of the day, there's a 4-letter word that stops people, and it's fear. F-E-A-R. Now, that fear, it doesn't come out sometimes as that. It'll come out as, well, I can't do this because, my parents didn't give me the opportunities. I can't do this because of this. Or that you'll give excuses or blame other people. All those things. It comes back down to the fear of doing it. Like Conky says, you just got to do it. That actual step, it's like pulling off that band. To actually step out there and to do it, to get over that fear part. Because for myself, I got laid off because of the recession occurred, and I was doing consulting work on multi-million-dollar facilities that they were building, resorts and for all kind of high-end ski resorts, golf clubs, indoor water park resorts. Recession happened, no one was building that kind of stuff. So I got laid off. And easiest thing I could have did is go back working in a hotel and making lots of money. But I chose my own path. And I know I could have made way more money. But my happiness level, Conky's happiness level, being able to be your own boss, being able to say, hey, I don't want your business if you're going to treat me this way. Or be like, hey, I'm going to do what I want to do today. I'm going to wake up today and say, I'm going to go do this today. Or, hey, I got to go to my daughter's game. I got to leave. Or whatever you got to do. You don't got to tell anybody. You're the boss. You do what you got to do. But with that comes a great responsibility that Conky and I talk about, Jeremy talk about, the amount of hours that you have to work to be successful when you run your own business. Because in the end of the day, it all comes down to you. There's no paycheck without, when I work for a hotel, every 2 weeks, I get a big fat paycheck. Every year, I get a big fat bonus. But now I'm in charge of trying to get that big fat paycheck and bonus. So, just like Conky, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's I forget who it was. Somebody I either read or watched or listened to said that, on average, depending on who you are, if you stop getting up and going to work, there's an amount of time after which the money will stop rolling in. So if, for example, you have a 9-to-5 job and one day you just decided to stop going to work, well, you've got your sick time, you've got your vacation time, you've got, possibly some disability time that can stretch out, and eventually, at some point, a week, possibly a month, possibly 4 months into the future, the money is going to stop coming in. Okay. When you own your own business, that time is much shorter. If you don't get up and go to work tomorrow, well, okay, next day, 3 days, money's going to stop rolling in awfully quick. Okay. You've got to be disciplined enough to, get up in the morning and do something to generate income without somebody telling you have to.
Yeah, that's true. Very true there, Conky. That's the hardest part. You got to be motivated, self-motivated.
Yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it, self-motivated. Because
there's nobody, like a job, you have this, or you have to be there. But when you work for yourself, well, you don't have to, hey, well, today I don't want to do anything. You don't have to. Yeah, to me, I wake up, I want to go do stuff.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Today I woke up and I said, what am I going to do? Well, I already planned to not go out and do my so-called day job today. But I said, okay, what am I going to do? I got up and I worked on some of the cars for a while, and I went to see some people that I needed to talk to, and just different things. But that's what was planned for the day anyway. It was just kind of like a day to wrap some things up. But a lot of my days and weeks are planned several days and weeks in advance, and you have to, if you don't, the phrase is plan your work and work your plan. Okay. If you don't, you can plan your work, but if you don't work your plan, you better have a damn good reason to tell yourself why you didn't do today what you said you were going to do, what you planned on doing today. Because all that needs to get done. And when you don't do it, it backs up. Put it that way.
Yeah, it's like me. I have a machine that's got to keep rolling because the expenses keep coming. So if I don't keep pumping out money to feed the machine on everybody else, it's just like a big. But the nice thing is I have it where, I'm out there filming units today, loading up storage units, while I have guy cataloging, guy photoing. I got guys making money for me.
Yeah, see, that's something that I've never felt comfortable. That's a step I've never felt comfortable taking, is hiring people and growing in that direction.
It's difficult. The hardest part now is to find people.
Yeah.
20 years ago, probably be easier to find decent people. But now to find people that actually want to work. And my business is difficult too, because one, I got to find people that want to work, that physically capable of working, and also trustworthy. Because sometimes I'm dealing with, right now I have a ring that's praised for over $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
I have, valuable things all the time: gold, silver, there's coins, there's stamps, there's toys, there's whatever, firearms and weaponry. And
yeah, well, I mean, you've got to be able to trust people to find that even when you don't know it's there.
Right. Darlene, thank you.
Thanks,
yeah,
Darlene.
Enjoying what you do is very important, and I love what I do.
Yeah, for me, it wasn't so much a matter of trust in that sense. It was, when you're working on equipment that costs, thousands and sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, a simple mistake can cost $2,000 in damage. And I never felt comfortable trusting, to use the word trusting somebody to not on purpose, but to accidentally mess things up, because I wanted to be the type of person, if I was somebody's boss, to not freak out. And, if I had somebody working for me and they did $2,000 worth of damage to something that I was responsible for, like I sent them into a customer, I'd want to be able to just take care of that and say, well, just be more careful next time. And I couldn't, I never got myself to the point where I was comfortable with doing that. And it kind of goes back to what you said, Rob, fear. Maybe that's a fear I just never got over, but I've always been, just fine, doing what I was doing the way I was doing it. So I figured I would just keep doing it that way. Excuse me.
Bless you, Conky. Well, Henry Ford, there's an old saying, there's a reporter that came in there and asked him all these questions. And he said to Henry, he's like, something about, asked him about some numbers or something. And he goes, oh, you don't know. He goes, listen, watch this. Push button on the table. Guy comes in, he goes, what were the numbers? The guy goes, He goes, okay. He goes, I don't need to know those. He goes, my job is I hire people for, I won't do a job that I can hire someone else that can do it.
Right.
I only do jobs that I can't hire someone else to do.
But here's okay, that's one philosophy. Okay. And I'll tell you a story. Years ago, I worked for an Oldsmobile dealership. It's called Vanderveer Oldsmobile. And on one particular day on the used car lot, they decided they wanted to move the fence from where it fenced in the whole lot to fenced in half the lot. So in one day, we had to take the fence down from one area of the lot and move it to another area. And it was in, if I recall, November, and it was raining, and it was freezing cold, but it was raining. And it was me. I was a porter, so I worked on a used car lot. I was a full-time porter, then there was a part-time porter. It was me, Rob Ashby was the other guy, and Mike Vanderveer, who was just he was the grandson of the founder, and he was the son of the founder was still coming in, but Mike was running the dealership basically for all practical purposes. And we were all three out there running the post hole digger, and all soaked, all looked like drowned rats, all the three of us. And at one point when we were almost done, I looked at Mike and I said, Mike, I know why I'm out here and I know why Rob's out here. I said, but your name's on the sign. Why are you out here? I'll never forget what he said to me. He says, I will never ask somebody to do what I am unwilling and unable to do for myself. Okay, so that's the philosophy that I carried through my business. And every time I saw somebody with the Henry Ford philosophy, that business eventually failed, including the business I used to work for. I started out working for a guy who started a business fixing treadmills. He didn't know the first thing about how to work on a piece of exercise equipment, but he said, Henry Ford knew how to do this, so I know how to do. I know how to hire somebody that can work on stuff. And I sat there and watched that it was a team. It was a man and woman. I sat there and watched them make the same mistake over and over and over and over again. And it was a mistake that they would not have made if they'd have known the business from the standpoint of actually knowing how to do what the business was doing. So that's part of
is that they didn't know the business.
Right.
They didn't know what they were doing, so they should have hired someone to run the business for them.
Well, I mean, they knew how to write business plans and go to banks and get loans and do all the businessy stuff, but they didn't know that, this particular treadmill took 4 hours to do this one task, and they always kept estimating it in an hour. And every time we went out to do this one particular job, it cost them $300, and they never learned. They never figured out how to adjust for their experience, and it wiped them out. So I always fell back on the Mike Vanderveer philosophy of, I'm just going to do it myself. Or
no, that's the incorrect part. That's where you misunderstood his philosophy. Right. See, the thing is, you chose to say, I'm going to do it myself instead of teaching other people the proper way to do it the way you wanted it done. And then if you inspect what you expect, that's what we used to do because I worked in hotels. Okay. You can't run a hotel by yourself. Auction company, you can't run it by yourself.
Right.
Your business, you can run by yourself. But I worked in businesses, it's impossible to run by one person. No one person can never do the job. So we had to hire people, and then you train the people, and then training them is only half the battle, in which most people fail, and this generation is completely a fail of it. You have to inspect the people and to inspect that they meet your expectations. But as we all know, those expectations are far gone now. You go anywhere, service is horrible. And that's just because there's no expectations any longer. Expectation is, well, COVID, the service is going to be slow. COVID, it's going to be bad. COVID, the prices are going to be higher. Everything's, you could COVID, what I'm saying, they could use that as a scapegoat for I don't know how many more years.
Blanket scapegoat is basically what it is.
Right. What the Hale said, I would never do a CPA work, nor never will. I will hire people who know what I do not know and what I cannot do. I've always implemented the Henry Ford model, and he hasn't failed yet.
But I mean, I guess to answer that, you have to know enough about it to know when your CPA is a good CPA or a crappy. It's same with a lawyer, same with an accountant, same with an insurance guy. If you hire a lawyer because you don't know the law, you should at least know enough about it to know whether or not he's working in your best interests. Okay. Same with anybody you hire. So
yeah, anyone can always, there's always people out there bad that can take advantage of you. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of on both philosophies. because I was the guy in the suit and tie that would jump behind the dish machine and do dishes if the dishwasher was backed up, or help bust tables in the restaurant, or pick up stuff from the banquet server, whatever I had to do. I was the man. And that's all that people had always respected me, because they had said, man, Rob, you would get in there and work. All the other managers wouldn't do anything. But I was always like, if I'm going to ask you to do something, I'm not going to not do it myself. And that's why my guys at work, the one time, guys like, Rob, why you clean the bathroom? I said, listen, one day I'll give you the privilege of cleaning the bathroom. But the thing is that's when I used to have customers there, because I want people to come in. People would come in and, it could be old, it could be tired, but it can't be dirty, And that was our flag, because we used to work in hotels. I had hotels that were run down, before they'd get remodeled. And people are like, well, it's like, well, yeah, it could be old and run down, but dirty is unacceptable. So,
yeah.
But I'm on both philosophies, Conky. I use a little bit of both. Russ the Sus needs to be impeached as mayor. And then someone asked earlier about starting a YouTube channel. Any suggestions, Conky, on starting a YouTube channel, or what to do to be successful on YouTube?
Well, I've said this before. I owe a lot of this to Jeremy for showing me the possibilities, I guess. I've told the story before about how it started with that one unit that we got in Worcester. But I think the answer we're looking for here is, starting a YouTube channel, everybody's going to tell you have to have a niche. And I guess it's true. I mean, I don't know. I've never really thought about it, but we don't have so much of a niche anymore, do we? Especially, for example, Jeremy. He's one of the most successful YouTubers I know. He started off with a niche, and then it just pretty much went whatever direction he wanted it to go. But let's go with the standard answer of, you need a niche because the algorithms want you to have one. You have to ask yourself, what would I enjoy doing enough to do on a regular basis enough to start a YouTube channel on it? And that could be anything. But basically, you just have to do it. You just have to, whatever it is, start filming and get used to the idea that you could put up video after video after video and get very few views until until it finally catches on. And again, I got to go back to, both Rob and I got a big boost from being around Jeremy. I don't know what it would be like to, from scratch, start a YouTube channel and build it from nothing. Now, my restoration channel, I've kicked around just having a separate channel to do the Restore Toys videos. And I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I think it would be more successful if it were just another aspect of the Conky's Flippin' Adventures channel. I think more people would see it. But
then you have to go through all the time to get monetized again.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind that, because if you're going to have a good restoration channel, it doesn't take long to get monetized once one of those videos takes off. But again, I don't know. Do the people that watch me on YouTube right now with the storage unit stuff and hang around being a goofy AA guy, passing out and wiping out and landing like rock, do you really want to see me sandblast Tonka toys and repaint them?
Yeah, well, if they don't, then they don't have to tune in. Those that do.
But are the people that would catch on and see that as the first YouTube, as the first restoration video I put out, and they say, let's check out this guy and see if there's any more of those, and then they see everything else, would they want to subscribe?
I think the FEAR word is coming into play.
Well, it's not even fear. It's just a matter of,
I don't think you should worry about any of that. Just like, you think Jeremy worries about that?
I don't think,
He just puts out the content. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they like it, and then you move on.
Well,
the point is, you're not doing it for you. Got to do it for yourself, man. Just put it out on your channel, Conky. I think you don't worry about it, and I think everyone would like it. And I think some people, and you'll have different people. Like he had people that like coin pushers, people that like the storage units, and then people that like the, and then the end, it'll all work out perfect for you. I think it just help you grow more because you'll have different subscriber base. You know, I don't think you're going to alienate people. I think it'll be better for your growth of your whole channel.
Yeah, I think at this point it probably would be. That's what I'm not approaching it from a sphere standpoint. I'm just trying to analyze it and figure out which one would work the best.
I think that's the best. Just do it on your channel. You already have a following of people.
Yeah.
And people already know that you like vintage toys and stuff like that. And I think it'll be awesome. That is a good quote. Sorry, don't let fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. And Jeremy doesn't care if people like races. He just loves trying people to steal from him.
That's funny.
But my son, I don't know if I said this last week or not, but he said to me, he's like, Dad, you can't retire, or you're not able to retire or something. I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, your business, how can you retire? You have a business. I said, well, people that own their own business, they can either sell their business if they want to retire, or or just close it. But I said, most people retire because they retire because they want to do what they love to do. But I already love what I do, so how can I retire?
Yeah. Oh, I can't ever picture myself retiring in a sense that one day I just stop doing what I'm doing and sit around.
Kim said, do you have to report firearms you find in storage lockers in Ohio? No, what you need to do is give them to me as an auction and licensed bonded auctioneer. Any firearms, jewelry, gold coins, silver, you
Hot
find
Wheels,
storage units,
Hot
comic
Wheels
books,
go to Conky.
Hot Wheels, you bring them to me and I will just
actually, in Ohio, I forget the law.
I think it's section 204-5.
Yeah, something like it's -5 and -6. All Hot Wheels you find have to go to Conky. There's a pretty steep penalty for not doing it. I don't even want to get into that because I don't want it to turn into.
I think it's a minimum of 10 years in jail.
Yeah, it's really, really, really stiff. But if you just send me all the Hot Wheels, you'll be all right.
That's right. I'll probably be some old guy in some home, and I'll be like, and I'm like, shut up! You've been selling the same damn thing for 20 years. Shut up!
They took your gavel away 15 years ago because you were spending it on.
Yeah, I'll auction off my funeral video. That's so funny.
Oh man, so it's almost 10:30. We should.
Yeah, we got to get off. Sorry, keeping everyone so late.
We should let these fine people get to bed. And
if you guys haven't checked out so many good videos, I got a lot of videos this weekend, and the videos coming up this weekend. I got so many good units that I don't even know what video to put out first, but I think I'm going to do I bought a unit that I didn't even know had a safe in it. And I thought I saw a comic box, and it's a crazy story. It's a crazy unit. And then got another unit that I spent $1,800 on. I got that video I got put out. I bought 2 units that had motorized vehicles in them. I got to put those units out. I bought 2 units that I'm clearing out today. I got to put those videos out. I got lots of videos put out, lots of content, lots of great stuff. Conky has his auction this Saturday. Conky's Flippin' Adventure starts at 8 o'clock. Mystery boxes. They're opening up 100 more boxes. They're not going to sell 100, but who knows what they'll have for auction, because you just don't know what's going to be in those boxes.
We don't know yet.
And I got another great auction this weekend. So much. I can't. Oh, there's jewelry. There's collectibles. There's antiques. So take a look, www.secondsense.com, guys. Tons of great stuff. We ship everywhere in the world. We appreciate everybody watching. We're going to say a quick prayer. You want to pray, Conky? You want me to pray?
I'll pray.
Thank you.
God, we pray that Rest the Sus loses the next election. Amen.
Amen. And we appreciate everybody out there watching. Anyone that has any special attentions, pray for you. Like I said, check out our videos, subscribe, hit that bell, get all your notifications. And they want me to come Casey, Illinois, and do a couple of auctions. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
And man, like I said, guys, you gotta check out the videos. Check out the videos. Check out the videos. So much crazy stuff. Anything else you want to say, Conky?
Check out the videos.
Check out the videos. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.